Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is kindlylet Africa and you are welcome. So today is Vlogmas day, whatever you guys already know what the title says. It is that we should take it to be. So today I've been thinking and wondering, right? I've not really seen a lot of content creators do videos on the transportation systems we have here in Ghana. So I think recently Shanelly did one for her Vlogmas. That's where I actually got the idea from. I'm not coming to say that was my idea, no. I saw it on Shanelly's channel. Shout out to you, girl, you're doing great. So I decided to join her and do my own version of the transportation systems here we have in Ghana, and the main one being the Tricycles, which is Trotro, right? So let me just give you guys a bit of backstory. Each region in Ghana, we have 16 regions in Ghana, and personally I think I've been to 3 or 4, which is Volta. I've been to Volta because I'm from Volta anyway. I've been to Accra because I live in I've been to Greater Accra because I live in Accra. I have been to Central region because I went to high school there, and I've also been to Eastern region because my little sister went to high school there. So those are the 4 regions I know I have been to. If I've been somewhere and I don't know that I have been to, you know, that's it. But then I know that I've been to 4 regions, right? And I realized that each of the regions have different modes of transportation, and depending on which region you go to and which one is most common, most cheaper, or most affordable, right? So here in Accra, no, let me take it from the other regions because we are in Accra. So when you go to the Volta region, the most common mode of transportation is taxi. And I say taxi because you hardly see Tricycles moving around, because people hardly move around. There's not a lot of people there like in Accra. So if people run Tricycle or Trotro kind of transportation system there, I think they will be making losses rather than profits. So they have this loading taxi mode of transport, which means there's a taxi, which most people know as cabs or taxis, depending on where you live or where you're from. And instead of just one person being in the cab, they share the cab with 3 or 4 other people. So there is a station where the taxis are parked, and then they have taxis segregated into segments depending on where you're going. So let's say if you were in Keta, right, and you were taking the car from Jelukope to V, there could be a loading taxi going to from Jelukope going to V. So there's normally this kind of wooden post on top of the car, so when you go there you just read and then you know where to go to pick the car, and the 4 people share the cost of the transportation to wherever they are going. That being said, that is not the only mode of transportation. There's also the option where you can pay for the taxi alone, which is called chartering the taxi. That's how it's called all over Ghana, by the way. So there's just one person in the taxi taking the car to go to wherever you're going. It's called wachatakan, like you chartered the taxi. Alo a chata in a way. You get it? Like, se comprend? Yeah. So the second option is motorbikes. So in Volta region they used to call them zemeja. I don't know what that means. I don't know where the name came from, but they used to just call them zemeja. I know in Nigeria people call it okada, and by that extension some people here in Ghana also call it okada. But in Volta region, people used to call it zemeja. That's from what I can remember. Now the other option is your personal or private car. You can have that. You guys already know how that operates, so I don't need to go much into it. And I think the final one is, oh yes, there's also tricycles. So in Nigeria they are called keke. In Ghana, I don't know what they are called, but people use them in the Volta region and in the Central region, and gradually it is being introduced into Accra. And then finally there's an option where you can rent a bicycle, and that was when I was growing up in the Volta region. I don't know if it is still a mode of transportation there, but I know there used to be places where you can rent a bike from where you are to wherever you need to go, and then you bring your bag and then you pay and then you're good to go. So that is it for Volta region, right? And from what I can remember from schooling in the central region, the mode of transportation there was also the loading taxi system, but then if you compare the prices they charge in the central region to the Volta region, I dare say that the price is cheaper in the Volta region than in the central region. And most of the time people try to trick you into just chartering the taxi, but then most of the time in central region, in Cape Coast in particular, because that is where I schooled, I went to Holy Child School, shout out to all Hobsons out there. But then sometimes the drivers try to trick you into just chartering the car alone so that they can get more money. That's fair because they are hustling, right? But then normally it's a loading taxi system that works there as well. And when it comes to short-run modes of transportation in the central region, I have personally realized that they only use that for long distances. So for example, if you are in Cape Coast and you need to go to Elmina, or you need to go to Salt Pond, you need to go to Accra, longer destinations, I know they have transport yards like the regular transport yards, and there's also the STC and the Ford transport yards, which you can go. The STC and the Ford transport yards are just more luxurious and comfortable ways of moving around. They come with really nice seats, with seat belts, with air conditioning and all of that, and you obviously pay more than that, more than what you pay when you go to the regular transport yard, which is just they used to call them the I've forgotten this. Sprinter, yeah, they used to call them the Sprinter, the Benz Sprinters. So it's just a car, no air conditioning, it's just a regular car, you just sit in it, it's just like the Trusky here in Accra, and then you just take you from there to wherever you are going. So when I was in school, they used to say STC was the safest mode of transport, and parents used to opt for their kids to choose the STC because they don't normally speed as much as the Ford people do. So if you are looking to travel in comfort and in style from Cape Coast or wherever you are in Ghana, I think Ford and STC works throughout, right? So I think those two are more like your best bets. Of course, there are other modes of transport that are also good, but I don't know about it because I don't even travel much. So for what I know, that is it. Now, where am I going? Eastern region, right? That's my little sister Abigail's. So when we were going, the half of the time we went with our own car, but then from what I have observed, right, other people take Truskies there as well. And by Trusky, I mean the Sprinter system where you go to the transport yard, you take a car, they take you to wherever it is. That is what I have observed from there. I haven't personally taken one before, but then I have an uncle who lives close to Ibri, and when I'm going there, I do take one of those systems. It is affordable, it is quite comfortable, and you get to save money. So that is cool. Now let's come back to Accra, right? The transportation here system most common here in Accra is the Trusky system for those who are looking for more affordable or cheaper modes of transportation. As you guys saw in the other video, it's just a car that everybody takes, which is very cheap. You can take it to your location. But however, if you're going somewhere in a rush or you are late, trust me, Trusky is not the car for you. Because if you are supposed to be in a meeting at, let's say 12 noon, and you want to take Trusky, please make sure you leave the house by 10, because the disadvantage about Truskies is they stop a million times on the way to either pick other customers or to just park at a place and be doing la pass, or Kanesh, and then they will stand there for more than 5 minutes and they'll just waste your time. So if you are going somewhere, make sure you leave like an hour or two ahead of time if you are taking Trusky, or should be late. However, if you are looking for more convenient or really comfortable mode of transport, for me, I would suggest Bolt. Both, because Bolt doesn't have search prices like Uber does. And when I say search prices like Uber does, I mean that kind of thing where you request for a ride, they give you the estimate, and then you get there and Uber goes like search prices. I remember there was this time it was raining at night, my friend and I were going home, and then he requested for Uber, right? And then when we requested, the price was about 28 cedis. So we were like, oh cool, let's go, you know. And then the car comes, I get home and the driver goes like 82 cedis. I was like, what? Like what? I was like, okay, like I have never paid that much for any mode of transportation in my life, like ever in my life. So at that point I was like, do I just pay this guy, or do I go like, yo, I don't have money, like that's not what you charged me, like, you know what I mean? Because it has tripled, if not quadrupled. So I was like, but God been so good, I had enough for me that day, so I just had to pay. So that is why, so since then I just promised myself that I was never ever going to take Uber again. And I'm sorry if someone from Uber is seeing this and you feel like I am what can I say, spoiling your market or defaming your brand. I'm not defaming your brand, it is true, it did happen to me. So you guys should work on that if you can. So for me, my go-to is Bolt. Sometimes their price also increases more than necessary, but it does increase when you change route, when you stop so many times on the road, when there's traffic, when it's raining. So I think those are the 4 conditions that I have realized makes both prices go higher. But then if you are going to a place and then you set the destination and you just go straight and there's no traffic, the price is not going to increase, it's going to stay the same. And even if it increases, the farthest it has increased for me was double the price. So that is a bit fair. I'm not saying it's fair, but it is a bit reasonable. So for me to go somewhere early or when I'm in a rush or for comfort's sake, I would definitely choose Bolt. And Bolt didn't pay me for this, just a disclaimer, like they didn't pay me anything for this. I'm just telling you guys how transportation systems here work in Ghana. And for long distances or short distances, we also have the sprint system here that you can also use. We also have the Ford, the STC, most of transport, and there was MetroMass. I don't know if MetroMass still works, but I know MetroMass was cheaper than Ford and STC. So yeah, there are other modes of transport here that are more expensive or cheaper, but then again, I'm not taking them before, so I can't say anything about them. So let's go out and let's see how my Trusky day goes. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, I mean, just give it a thumbs up, because I know you like it. I know this video has been helpful to you. And let me know, if you were in Ghana, which transportation system would you actually have gone for and why? And let me know if you want to see more videos like this. I'm basically signing off before the video even starts, but then that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I love you, and I'll see you on the next one.